Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. I planned to pick this cauliflower about 2 days ago and I've been watering up here and completely forgot to get it. So we are due rain tonight with a storm, so I need to get this picked before it grows too big and it ruins the cauliflower. I have to keep reminding myself that this cauliflower is classed as a mini. Now, I'm not quite sure what a large cauliflower looks like if this is classed as a mini, but we are going to enjoy this. It is absolutely huge. And it has grown a fair bit, like I said, in the last 2 days. And Hunter is going to trial it for us, and I think he's giving it the nod of perfection. It has been a warm day. I have the sprinklers going. It's like the garden is growing in front of my eyes. The sunflowers are now at the top of the pots. The last of the sprouting broccoli down in garden bed number 3. I think it's coming to an end. It is a bit cooler down there, but I am picking and enjoying it as much as possible while it is there. And the strawberries are fruiting. I had to lay a cover of straw over the top because the wool was getting all over the strawberries and it makes it very difficult. All those little seeds just grab the pieces of wool. So I've gone through, I've left the wool there and covered it all with straw. They look pretty good though. And Hunter can have a trial of this one also. Yeah, I think he likes it. It is the next day and boy, do things change quickly. We have had a beautiful night and early morning of rain. Everything is so fresh and relieved. I've got my coat on. It's still raining, but I'm going to get to doing some jobs undercover, and the first thing is making sure I can save the seeds for this Mizuna. I meant to pick it before it rained. Got it now. I'm going to hang it up here and let it dry. Everything is so wet. I don't know how much rain we've had, but it has been beautiful. I've got a few things here that I want to sow and some beans I want to get planted in the garden, some more lettuce, and of course I nearly forgot to sow my cucumbers. Now, because the hedge is so wet, I am resisting stepping over and I'm just going to try this. I've got a jar here of seed raising mix and a packet with 750 seeds. So I'm hoping I can get something to germinate out of here. I'm just going to put it all in the jar, give it a shake so that I can stand on one side of the hedge and tip it over and get them hopefully germinating in this cooler, wet ground. I'm getting on to these cucumbers. I'm hoping they won't take too long to germinate and I'll have some up in no time. I do have a shortage of pots at the moment, so I'm just going to put 5 in each. I have a couple of seeds left over which I am going to go searching for some more pots to get those sown as well. Like the melons, I don't think we can have too many cucumbers growing. Now I'm going to sow some lettuce into these punnets. I was a bit disappointed with the germination of the red cos in the big trough over on the wall, so I'm just going to sow some into punnets, and I have some spots left where nothing germinated in the trough, and I'm just going to put a few of these in and see if I can germinate them in there, and we'll see which one works out best. I'm not sure if it was because I had the jars over it, but then I did get a fair few that germinated anyway, so maybe it's just the ratio that germinates from the seed. But I have no complaints about this red cos. It is so delicious. Look at all the glistening green leaves. I just absolutely love rain when it comes down in a storm like that. The garden just looks so good, and the bedding dahlias are flowering. Looks like I have some snails in there, but I'm hoping the leaves just grow faster than the snails can eat them. The color of these red cos lettuce leaves is just so beautiful, and it has such a silky texture. Now you can see the seeds in the jar. I'm just going to try and do my best to reach over and sprinkle this along so that I can have some flowers come up in the asparagus patch. I got this idea off one of you, so thank you so much. I am very keen to try this. Now I'm back at the punnets. I'm just putting a little bit of seed raising mix over the top, and hopefully it won't take too long for those to come up and I can find a large pot to put them in. I will have to find a nice cool spot, and I am debating on whether I should move that big trough of red cos, because the other day when it was hot it didn't look too happy. It's too exposed now. I've cut back the apple trees. And this mound of purple sprouting broccoli has been sitting here for a couple of weeks, and I need to get on and get it chopped up. I debated on just throwing it all in the compost bin, and I'm like, no, I have changed my ways. I am chopping things up so that it composts faster. And it's left a mark on my lawn, but it's also hoarded a lot of snails in there. So hopefully the grass comes back green and the snails have nowhere to hide. And as much as I have tried, my jeans are wet. Anybody else have this problem? I brushed against the box hedge going into the compost bin. I'm just taking a few leaves off this other cauliflower here. It is forming, and I'm hoping it all of a sudden grows extremely fast like the last one did. I'm concentrating on getting this garden bed sorted out and ready for tomato planting, which means the beetroot has to go. Most of them are going to seed, so I'm going to save as many as I can. And of course, I could eat all the leaves off this, but I have so many leaves growing that I'm not going to worry about it. This was a patch of beetroot that I had been harvesting the leaves from, and they are delicious. So it has been used well. It's disappointing that there aren't more beetroot, but I will sow some more and have another go. The weather has been so back and forth, up and down, and we can't really blame everything that's going to seed because we're just as confused as them. I have my last cabbage there and I think it is going to seed. I'm taking it out. Looks like the slugs have been into it or something. But yes, when I get all the older big leaves taken off, I can see inside it that it is going to seed. So there's my little haul of beetroot. I will be enjoying those, even though there isn't too many. I have decided to leave the arch this end. I'm really liking it down here. I do not like to walk on my raised beds or garden beds, but it is the only way I can get these stakes in. This will hold the arch up straighter and from bulging out. So I'm putting it in here. Get some terracotta pots on there, safety first, and I'm going to move all these seed snails that have germinated so wonderfully on this warm bed. They are moving up to the potting bench. And all of this spinach is going to seed, so it is coming out. I have spinach planted down the big arch and lots of leaves everywhere, so I don't need to be too worried about saving every leaf. And while I'm here, these tomatoes have outgrown the little mesh covers, so I am getting on and pruning them, and then I will put the tomato cages over the top. It feels like ages since I pruned tomatoes, other than the few that I did in the pots, and it feels very good to have the smell of tomato plants on my hands. I'm looking forward to the green fingers. Now all of these seedlings have survived, so I'm going to leave them. I cannot bring myself to just chop off 2 out of the 3 seedlings, so they're going to stay. I'll keep the soil fed up, making sure there's plenty of nutrients in the soil, and see how they go. I'm just going to open them up and tie them back to the cage. I have some San Marzano I'm going to plant in the other bed exactly the same way. Just taking off all those lower leaves, and I do like to leave a little piece of the leaf that comes out so that it's got like a little hook, which makes it really useful for when you're tying them back to supports. You can sort of get in underneath it rather than the whole length of the vine slides down. It's like a little hook you can tie your ties underneath, and it stops it from slipping. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was doing that last year and it was really handy, especially for the Black Russian where they were a larger sprawling bush tomato. Just getting these frames in, making sure I don't break any of the seedlings off. And moving the straw back. I really couldn't be bothered putting my gloves on. They were so wet, so I just used a raspberry cane to push the wall back. And now I'm moving some back so I can get some climbing beans put in here. The bed is so warm that I'm going to go and get the thermometer. It's 14 degrees and it doesn't take long for it to get up to 22 degrees. So it is toasty warm. I can feel it through my gloves. So no wonder those seedlings germinated so well. Just going to spread all this packet along here and cover with a bit of some leftover potting mix. Get that wool back down and a light cover of straw over the top, just enough so that they can still push through, but enough that the sun will not be on the soil. I had forgotten I saved some purple beans from last year, so I must go looking for them because I can plant a succession crop of those. And I'm just going to wash off my beetroot, which I will really enjoy. The color is so pretty.